Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Terry and this is the Yarnjoy podcast, episode number 26. I have a couple of finished objects to show you this week and I have several works in progress. So let's get started. Okay, so for my finished objects for this week, I finished the octagon baby blanket that I've been working on for the past several weeks. And I want to show you the finished product. Here it is. I think it turned out a pretty good size. I used Bernat Softy baby yarn. And what I did for the border is I just went back with the multicolored yarn and I did a single crochet, chain two and skip one, and then a single crochet, and then I did that all the way around, and then in each of the little points I did 2 single crochets, chain 3, 2 single crochets. And I was just doing a chain 1 between the scallops, but it was causing the blanket to kind of curl up on the edges, and so it just needed some more length to it, I guess, to make it lay down better. And so I put the chain 2 between there, and then that seemed to work fine. So there is the blanket, and this will go towards the baby blanket charity drive that I'm participating in. So I'm glad to be done with that. Okay, and so my next finished objects is I did 5 more squares of the 365 Days of Granny Square project. And let's see, these squares are number 52, which is that one. And then I did number 53, which is that one. And then 54. And then 55, right there, and 56. Still enjoying making them. I'm following the tutorial from Yarn Utopia, which is Nadia, on YouTube. She has a tutorial for each one of these squares, and she goes into great detail as far as the stitches go. And so if you're a very beginner crocheter, you should have no trouble doing them. So there's those. And that's all the finished objects really I have this week. Got lots of works in progresses though. Okay, so still on the 365 Days of Granny project subject, I guess you'd say, I started putting them together. And so I got, I'm using, I'm using Red Heart Super Saver in off-white color to border them. And so here's my first set that I've put together. I've got, that's 5 right here. And I think what I'm going to do is because they turned out to be 6-inch squares now, roughly, with the border, because I went up 2 hook sizes in these sets of squares. The last set of these that I'd made, I used a H hook, yes, and now I'm using a J hook, and so my squares are getting larger. I still think I'm going to do 7 across by 6 down. That seemed to be pretty good, but as you remember, the last week's blanket that I showed you, I had to put a pretty wide border around the whole entire thing to enlarge it, and so since these squares are larger, I don't think I'll have to do that. So anyway, that's those, and I will connect these 5 that I just put together. And let's see, what else? Okay, so for my next work in progress, I'm still working on the shawl, the Erigenia shawl that I've showed you last couple of weeks. Here's a picture of the finished product from the pattern. And I'm down to I did the last repeat of the lace pattern, and I've got the a solid section at the very bottom there to do. I think I've got about 2 more rows to go. And this is one full mandala yarn cake. That's how big it made. And I'm right at where I'm going to be beginning the border, and so I've already got started into my next ball. I had to pull out a ball about so big because I'm trying to match up where this one left off. Okay, so I'll have the continuous color gradient sequence going on. So I will be attaching that, and like I said, I have 2 more rows of, like, I think they're just double crochets. It's a solid type row, and then after I get those 2 done, then I will begin the border. So, and I don't know, I think the border has about let's see, 6 or 7 rows, something like that. 7, I think. So I'm anxious to be getting done with that, and so you can see the finished product. Once I pin it out, I think print it out, well, I will wash it, pin it out, stretch it, and I think it's going to be a really large, nice size shawl. And this is done with the, like I was saying, the Lion Brand mandala. It's in this colorway called Spirit, and it is light worsted, I guess. It's a number 3 weight yarn. Okay, so that's my second works in progress. My third works in progress, it was almost a finished object, almost, and it definitely will be by my next video, but it is the cupcake doll that I made, and it is done on the Nifty Knitter loom. And you can see it, it's hanging right back there up on the wall. It's the blue one. It's the 24 peg knitting loom, and I made it with just worsted weight yarn. The flesh color I used Red Heart Super Saver. I think it's buff is the color, and then the hair is Cafe Latte, and then it's all Super Savers. I believe the skirt is Karen Simply Soft. It's like different shades of purple. It's all yarn that I had already, and so it went together really well. I got her eyes done with her little tiny eyelashes. I don't know if you can see it. And I gave her a little mouth, and she has a nose, and she does have little ears. I don't know if you can see them. I just need to put, the hair is going to be done up like in a bun, and I just need to get a small hairband or rubber band. I know I've got one around here somewhere to attach the hair, and it will be in a bun at the top, and then I'll put not a ribbon, but some of the purple yarn around it to hide the band, and it'll be like a bow. So I think she turned out really cute, and like I said, I'm almost done with her. So that's that. And then my fourth works in progress. Now this from here on, it gets into gift things, gift items, I guess you'd say, getting ready for the holidays, of course. And this first one, well, I made a list of all the people that I needed to get something, you know, gifts for, relatives, nieces, nephews, you know, you understand. And so I made a long list, and I was trying to think of the different things that I could make possibly for some of the gifts. And this is one of the gifts I'm going to make. It's going to be a messy bun hat, and it is made out of Big Twist Sincerely, which is a Joann's yarn, I believe, and the color is called Navy Blue Denim. And so the only thing I've done so far is the ribbing that will go around the top of the hat, you know, the brim. And this is a pattern. There's a YouTube tutorial for it, and it is by let me see, I'm looking at my notes here. It is by Jennifer Pionk. I don't know how you pronounce, so sorry if I mispronounced it, but it's P-I-O-N-K. Her name's Jennifer. But she also has a website, and the website with the written instructions is a crochetedsimplicity.com, and I will put links to all these patterns in the description box below. But anyway, I think it's going to be nice because it's just kind of a marbled, I guess you'd say, denim looking blue, and there's the skein. The ball band I had taken off, but anyway, I think it's going to turn out really cute. So that's going to be the messy bun hat, and I'm doing it on an eye hook. And then, let's see, so that's all of my crocheted works in progress. Now I do have a couple of items that I need to fit into my gift list that are knitted. So I'm working on, my first one is in my Snoopy bag. If you remember from a few episodes ago, the Snoopy bag that I made with the little Snoopy zipper pull right there. Anyway, so my project that I'm working on for this is a pair of yoga socks, and this is actually my first pair ever of knitted socks. Well, sockettes, you know, I guess you'd say, because I was thinking, well, since I've never done heels and toes before, ever, I thought that this would be a good project because it is knitting on double pointed needles, which I kind of gotten the hang of that. And but this has of course it has no heels and no toes because they're yoga socks. And so I'm doing this in yarn, let's see, I don't know where the label is, but it's Jamie, I think, Jamie Stripes or something. It was some really small, I think it's number 3, but it's pretty small yarn, acrylic yarn, baby yarn, yeah. And it's in like this, has this blue stripe pattern that works out on its own, which is great, self-striping. Anyway, working on that, I've got down to where the heel, this of course is where your heel sticks out, and then now I'm working on the part that goes down the foot. And this is actually another YouTube tutorial, and it is by Knit Grit. So this is on YouTube. I'll have a link. I believe she does have a written pattern for it, but I'm just kind of following her the YouTube tutorial for it, and it's kind of customizable with how big your foot is, or the foot of the person you're giving it to, making it for. And so I think they're going to turn out really cute. Okay, so that was that. And then my next knitted project is I'm trying my hand at a Declan's hat. The pattern is on Ravelry, and it is a cabled hat. And what's nice is that it's got multiple sizes. It goes from, tells you how to make from child size up to adult, you know. And so this is what I'm doing for these. For this one, I'm using Lion, I think it's Lion brand Heartland, and this is in a green, like a hunter green, but as you can see, it's kind of got different kind of marbled shades to it, I guess you'd say. Anyway, there's the brim. I just finished the brim, and now I'm barely getting started with the top part. Now this will actually be the first time, because it does have cabling on it, and this will actually be the first time that I've ever did cables of any sort. So we'll see how this turns out. I'm hoping that it'll go pretty quickly. Hopefully, it's worsted weight yarn, so I think it'll go pretty fast, and hopefully I won't have any trouble with it. I hope so. So that one is a knit hat that will be a gift for Christmas. And oh, and this is in a tote bag that I made, a quilted tote bag. It's the first thing I ever actually quilted. It's like patchwork. So I made that. And then my last one it's planned, but it's not, I haven't started yet. But I'm using some more of the Lion brand Heartland, but this one is in a blue color. And it is very soft. I think it's going to be really a great yarn to work with. Well, that one in the green is the same brand, just different colors. Another bag that I made right there is a little cat bag, quilting type thing. I found tutorial for a quilting square, and I just followed the tutorial and made a bag out of it. But anyway, so this hat is going to be, I'll show you this one. It's called Jason's Cashmere Hat, and it is a pattern on Ravelry. And it also, as you can see, it also has cabling. And I thought, well, if I can get the Declan's hat done and I don't have any trouble with it, then I'll try this one, which also has cabling. So that will be an adventure for me, because I still consider myself a beginner knitter. I mean, primarily I am a crocheter and always will be. But since these are Christmas gifts, I wanted to kind of try something adventurous, I guess you'd say. And I think they're going to turn out really nice. And so I'm gonna try at it, and I'll let you know and show you progress as how I'm doing on them. Okay, so let's see. That's all I have for my finished objects and my works in progress. But I also want to tell you that now, about a month ago, I ordered myself some yarn. And it is from Cotton Flowers Yarn. I saw a few of my fellow YouTubers using the yarn for different projects, and it's a yarn that is from Germany, and I thought, oh, it's so pretty. It's got such pretty gradient shades to it. And I thought, oh, and this is a fingering weight yarn, and I thought it would make such a great shawl, or, you know, I think it'd be a really pretty project. Well, I ordered it. I don't normally spend this much. I think it was about $20 or $21, something like that. And for me, that's like a lot. I mean, you know, I never spend that much on yarn, but I just thought, I'm going to splurge. It's my birthday this week, and so I'm going to, well, it is. But I ordered it a month ago because people were saying that it takes quite a while to get it. Well, I got it today, and as you see, I did open the box, but I have not taken it out of the plastic. It is wrapped really well. It comes in this box, and then it also comes double wrapped in plastic bags. So I opened it just a little bit, but I will finish opening it right here. Sorry for the crinkling. Oh, this is plastic, and then it's wrapped in tissue paper. Okay. Ooh. Very pretty. Oh, wow. Okay, so here's the yarn. If you can see, maybe I'll get it to focus. It's some, as you can tell, I love blues and aquas. The blue on the shawl that I'm making now, and then this icy blue, I don't think it has a name colorway, I think it's just a number. But there is my Cotton Flowers yarn, and there's a tag where on the inside here, I guess it's like a code, it's written in German, I don't know, it's a code of somebody that packed it, but there's also one strand here pulled out, so it gives you a starting spot so you can find the beginning of the ball or the cake, which is awesome, I think. And it does have a label, and it says this is 50% cotton and 50% acrylic, so it should be light and airy and cool. As you know, I live in Texas, and so we never really get super cold weather. If we do, it's just a couple of days maybe per year, and that's all. So the shawls and things that I have been making, I'm trying to make lighter stuff that I would actually be able to wear, that I wouldn't get too hot in. So I believe it was Hannah over at Cozy Cottage Crochet. She's been doing yarn, shawls. She does quite a few shawls, and she does use cotton, different cotton yarns, because she lives in Florida, and so she has kind of the same problem that I do, as far as I see such pretty things that I want to make, but we hardly ever have cold weather, so it's really almost useless for me to make some of the items. So this may be a way that I will be able to enjoy making them, and I will be able to wear them because it's cooler. Anyway, I actually found a pattern for this. Let's see, I think it tells me how many yards. Yes, it's 1,093 yards. And so I was looking on Ravelry and I found a pattern for a shawl, and it uses right around that amount, I believe. I mean, I'd have to look up the pattern and look at it again, but I do know that I ordered this in with this shawl in mind, and so I know that the yardage would be good to use. Should use the whole entire thing, if not almost all of it. So what I think is great about this shawl pattern is the fact that it is written in German. So I have yarn from Germany, and I have the pattern is from somebody from Germany, and it is a yarn. Well, the name of the pattern is Runas, and then it translates into English as this and that. Now, I do not speak German. I have quite a bit of German background in my nationality, but I do not speak German, of course, no. But I used a translator, and between the translating and Plus, I found a really great website. I'll have to find it in, if anybody is curious as to what it is, I'll put a link in the description box, or I will let you know if anybody is interested in it. But I found a website that will translate crochet terms. There's a chart, side-by-side chart, and it translates crochet terms like from Spanish to English, from German to English, and maybe even French. I'm not positive, but I found that, and so between that and I set out to try to translate the pattern into English so I could do it. Now the shawl, I'll show you a picture of it. I don't know if you'd be able to tell, but I will put a link in the description box so you can go to Ravelry and check out this shawl. It's really pretty. There's several sections to it, and I know there's one section that's got a pattern that looks like hearts, and there's another section that's got like a butterfly stitch, and I think it's going to be really pretty, and it is made with fingering weight yarn. And I believe there was somebody, when you look up the projects for this pattern of pictures that other people have made of this pattern, there's somebody that actually did use a cotton flowers yarn, and it turned out really pretty. So that's what I'm going to use it for once I finish this shawl that I'm working on. And besides it having translated into English, but I also discovered that it has charts. And since I'm following charts in this this shawl, the Erigenia shawl has charts, and so I'm teaching myself to read charts. And so I think that I will not have any problems with this German pattern, since it is in charts. I'm left-handed, so I have to kind of read the charts. I kind of have to go backwards. I think it's like maybe from knitting you read it right to left, and I have to do left to right or something. But anyway, I think I'm gonna it'll be a great adventure, and I think this is really gonna be pretty. So please stay tuned, and you can see my progress on this project. So I'm so excited that I got this. So anyway, let's see. That's it, I guess. We took this week off from doing our homeschool because tomorrow in our country is Thanksgiving, and so to all my viewers that celebrate Thanksgiving, American viewers or whoever you are, happy Thanksgiving. It's tomorrow. That's why I'm coming to you a day early. And so we took the whole entire week off, so I've been really enjoying catching up on a few things, but also just really crocheting and a few knitted projects, but I will always be predominantly a crocheter. Okay, so as you can see behind me there is something new in my background. If you've been watching my videos and noticed all of my menagerie of a background in the behind me here, I have a bookshelf there that my husband and I moved in. Well, actually he did it. Moved it in last night, and that was actually in my laundry room, and my laundry room is getting rearranged because I believe I will be getting a new washer soon. My washer is just about bit the dust, and so we're just kind of moving things around. So anyway, we put that in there, and so as you can see on the second shelf, I have blankets. Those are all my, well, the blue one at the top, that's the Annie's lace throw that I made for a gift for one of my nurses that I had last year. I have not given it to her yet. I'm going to, that's my goal for next week after the holiday, is to wash it, block it, pin it out, block it, and then go take it to her. So I'll be doing that. And now the ones under it, those are there's 3 blankets there, and that is for those are charity that I'm going to be donating. And I will do, I don't know if it'll be a separate video, maybe, probably not, I don't know, but I will show all the ones that I'm intending on delivering. Those will go to a Project Linus, and I will show all of them before I box them up and take them off. So anyway, that's what that is. And so I'm rearranging. As you can see, I'm just putting some stuff on those shelves, and so that's new in my craft room. So we've been working on that and getting ready for the holiday, and that's about it. So thanks so much to my subscribers. Oh, I've actually gone over 200 subscribers now. I believe last time I checked, I had 204. I was so excited. It's such a neat thing to go on to your channel and, oh, I got a new subscriber, and I just really enjoy meeting so many friends, and so thank you everyone for that. And thank you for my new subscribers that have come in, and for my old subscribers that are still with me. Thank you so much for watching my videos every week and watching my progress on my projects that I do. I just enjoy talking about yarn and my projects so much. And so I guess that's it. I can't think of anything else, I don't think. So everybody have a great holiday. And if you don't celebrate the holiday, if you're from another country or whatever, just have a great week and great weekend. And so we will see you next week. Please come back and see what all I get done. So we'll talk to you later. Bye.